I will say, I was looking at the stat leaders. Josh Allen leads the NFL in fumbles as well, with 5.
Just whatever, dude.
Yeah.
He giveth and taketh away.
I'm just bringing it up.
I feel like sometimes I just accept it and I go, oh, Josh. And that's usually where my head's at.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast, Field Goals and Forecast, presented by AfterThought Sports. Now on WSBU 88.3 FM, The Buzz. I'm Ryan Adio alongside James Derrick, my great co-host as usual. And today we got a pretty good episode for you guys. Of course, we're going to dive into the Buffalo Bills and their win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, while also touching our field goals of the week, the good, the no good, but not even close. And of course, our fantasy starts and sits, a fun little game in between there, and our forecasts for next week. So stay tuned for all of that. But let's jump into the Bills, James. Great game, just overall for both teams. I think obviously Tampa would have loved to win this one, but it was a really great shootout. Bills win 44-32. Your initial thoughts on that one?
Well, the run defense still just terrifies me, but it's just one of those games where you watch and you're like, I hope we can just maintain this lead that we had, because it was still back and forth. But, we had a 1-point lead at one point, but just great to see our offense totally dominate. Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, like it's put here, you put this here, Bills scored 28 or more points in all 7 of their wins this year. So they have to score high, or the defense will not be able to keep up. And again, that's just what happened in this one. The rush defense was pretty bad, in all honesty. The offense played really well. And I think that's just kind of how the Bills are going to have to win this. It's not to the level of the Cincinnati Bengals, not even close, but it's not great. The defense still has a lot of work to do. Mm-hmm. And of course, Tampa Bay is a really high-powered offense, but the Bills are 4-0 against Tampa Bay at home all time. And the Bills improved to 7-0 at home against NFC teams since 2023, which is a pretty impressive number if you ask me. Yeah, we show up against the NFC. And that's what I'll say is, it's going to be a good game. Yeah. I feel like that's something I've noticed. It's like Lamar Jackson's record against the NFC. He's got like 1 loss or something. It's against Daniel Jones. Oh, that's actually it's just a random stat. It's somewhere out there, I'm sure. But for Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield, 16 for 28, 173 yards, touchdown, interception. That one interception being Cole Bishop. Great play. Great play. His 3rd interception in 3 weeks, back to back to back. He's definitely coming around. And I saw something the other day with Cole Bishop, and he was like, I just got to thank Jordan Poyer, because they brought Poyer in, and he's really kind of mentored him and molded him. I thought that was pretty interesting. Yeah, you know what? Maybe it's okay that Jordan Poyer's playing, but I wouldn't really like to see him on the field. But worst come worst, I understand he's got the experience, if nothing else. Absolutely. But of course, it was the Sean Tucker show. Syracuse, your guy, basically. 19 carries, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 receptions, 34 yards, and a touchdown there as well. 34 fantasy points, the 2nd highest running back this week. So Sean Tucker is very pleased with his performance, as he would probably post. I actually don't know. I didn't check if he posted. I don't know. Does he still post? I don't know if he still posts. I feel like some background, like at Syracuse, right? He would post after every game. And he would just say whether he was pleased or not pleased with his performance. Very cut and dry. But I would have to argue. Very pleased with his performance. Yeah. And then of course, Rachaad White chipped in 50 yards on 10 carries. Tampa Bay had 202 total yards. Rush yards. Total rush yards. Yes. Very the rush is in there, just whatever. And of course, on the other side, the Bills, Josh Allen. That was the main story here. 19 of 30, 317 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 6 rushes, 40 yards, 3 touchdowns, 6 total touchdowns. But those 2 interceptions kind of shoot up a red flag, at least for me. We got to just, every once in a while, you just see an interception from Josh, and you're like, wow, that's one of the worst I've seen in a very long time. The chest pass. The chest pass. You're standing in your own end zone, basically, and you throw like a basketball chest pass right to a Tampa defender. I remember watching that, just being like, holy cow, I haven't seen a bad Josh, like really bad Josh interception in a while. There it is. Every once in a while, he gets you. I think it gets you, and it really. I was very surprised. That's what I'll say. I was very surprised to see that come from Josh Allen. I mean, at the end, at least this Josh Allen. Yeah, you would have said
3-4 years ago, okay, maybe. But this Josh Allen, no way. But anyway, I also would not have expected him to put up these numbers.
Yeah.
Josh Allen first career game with 3 or more pass touchdowns of 25 plus yards, which is unbelievable to me, at least.
Yeah.
We really haven't thrown the ball downfield at all this year. So the fact that we actually just, started doing it, that's a big deal. I mean, 43-yard bomb to Tyrell Shavers, that 17-14 connection, little nostalgic there. And it was a bad play, I will say.
Yeah, it's just like kind of broken play. I think they only rushed like 3 guys to start. Yeah. Tampa did, and then they had the 4th guy spy, and it was basically just like Tyrell run.
Right, yeah.
And he just threw it to him.
And then, of course, Ty Johnson on that kind of 52-yard, screen almost?
Yeah, it was a screen, little catch and run action. That was pretty electric.
That was good stuff. And then James Cook, 25-yard receiving touchdown. So there's your 25 plus 3 times. And then, of course, Josh Allen becomes the only player in NFL history with multiple games where he has 3 passing touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns. Yeah, normal stuff.
Yeah, I remember when we were talking about how he, was tied for the most because, no one had really done it, and then now he does it again. Is he going to do it 3, 4, 5 times in his career? Who knows?
Put up like crazy numbers, and then no one will break the record. I think that's what exactly. He's going to do. And then, of course, Josh Allen ties Cam Newton with 75 rushing touchdowns by a quarterback in NFL regular season. So that's tied most, right? Mm-hmm. That's good stuff. And then I will say, I was looking at the stat leaders. Josh Allen leads the NFL in fumbles as well with 5.
Just whatever, dude.
Yeah.
He giveth and taketh away.
I'm just bringing it up.
I feel like sometimes I just accept it and I go, oh, Josh. And that's usually where my head's at. I just go, oh, Josh.
And then, of course, Daquan Jones had a strip sack to kind of end the game. Next week, against the Texans, Thursday Night Football, no CJ Stroud. Similar game to what they just played. I mean, obviously, the Texans have probably the best, if not the second best defense in the league right now.
Yeah, they got a great defense. I think that's going to give us fits. But it really, really helps that CJ Stroud is not playing. That was huge. I imagine they'll still run the ball a lot. And that'll be successful.
I got to shout out my boy Davis Mills, 2-0 as the Texans starter.
You're wrong.
His rookie year, he had... I can't remember the exact stat, but it was like most passing yards, most games with 250 plus passing yards or something. I thought this kid was going to be a stud first of all. Davis Mills, Stanford, 2021. So this was Zach Wilson, Mac Jones, which, let's be real, we all thought they were going to be pretty good too, but nothing there. Davis Mills, he was like a 5th, 6th round pick, I want to say, maybe 4th. I thought he was going to be a stud. I was high on him. And then,
he's 2-0 this year.
Yeah, and I mean, he was the Texans starter the year that they got CJ Stroud, so the year before.
He is a stud then,
Yeah. I mean, he's helped this Texans franchise more than they can.
So what you're saying is you'll be happy if the Texans beat the Bills.
I really like Davis Mills. I mean, what can I say? But it's going to be a defensive matchup, I think.
Well, not only because,
I don't think Buffalo is a great defense, but I don't think the Texans are going to really do much on offense either.
This might be an awful game. The thing is, it's on Thursday too, so it almost is primed to be an
awful game.
Primed on Amazon Prime to be an awful game.
Yeah. So. Anything else you want to say from this Bills-Bucks game? Anything for next week? Predictions, maybe?
We'll get into the predictions later. But
it is a Thursday night game. So.
Yeah, but I will say it was just a phenomenal game to watch. It was really fun. So, maybe one of the most fun this week.
A Bills game that I actually enjoyed watching.
Seriously,
it's not crazy to say.